Hello everyone! So today's video, we're going to check out how to integrate Qwen 3 TTS into any existing AI video workflow in ComfyUI. Because we've recently gotten the LTX2 open source model available, and right now, it's not just about visual presentation, it's also about giving your character audio for talking interactions, way more dynamically than what we had just 1 year ago, back in January. AI's evolved so much, and now we can create videos in a better, more dynamic way. Last time we talked about Qwen 3 TTS in ComfyUI, so if you missed that, go check it out for the integration steps and how to use it in a basic way. In this video, again, we're going to create an image to video, like this.
Hey, how's doing? This is a demo for LTX2 with Qwen 3 text-to-speech. Have a nice day.
Or maybe you already have some kind of footage and want to create AI influencer or podcast-style video content where a character is talking in front of the camera. That's totally doable, and honestly, it's a really solid general use idea for this kind of scenario. We're also going to integrate this into an image-to-video workflow. Like last time we talked about video-to-video, where we used a custom audio input, and back then we were just using pre-recorded audio files. But now, we can actually generate audio using Qwen 3 TTS to do something like this. You just take your voiceover script or transcript, whatever you want your character to say, and drop it straight into your image-to-video content. And image-to-video is, of course, super easy to do. Just like in the previous examples I've talked about with LTX2 video content that I posted before. So let's check it out. First, I've got this image-to-video workflow. Now this is a very simple workflow, but I've enhanced it a little to make model loading more streamlined. I've changed things up because it's now easier to access the separate safe tensor files for the clip loader and the diffusion loader. Thanks to the separation of the VAE and the diffusion models, and the transformer models themselves, we no longer need to use the checkpoint loader. Instead, we're using loaders similar to other diffusion models, like the low-VRAM diffusion loader here. And same goes for GGUF. This is specifically for low-VRAM settings. So I've included both high and low VRAM model loading setups here. Both can connect to the LTX switch. As I mentioned, we've separated the VAE, and the new VAE connections are pretty straightforward. This setup here is good enough. Recently, I've also started using reserved VRAM because a lot of people run into out-of-memory errors, or they just want to optimize generation speed for video content. Using reserved VRAM is a handy, straightforward way to avoid those memory issues. Now, moving down here, we've got the audio transcript. I usually use this for audio to text, and as you can see, the text shown here is exactly what the voice is saying. This output, the lyrics text or transcript, is what replaces the transcript tag in the text prompt, and that updated text prompt feeds back into the input sections. As you can see, all these connections flow into loading an image and letting you input your own text prompts here. Now, LTX really relies on strong text prompts to get good results, so you'll want to use a prompt enhancer or a language model to refine your prompt before you input it. You'll notice I'm using angle brackets with a transcript tag that's there to be replaced by whatever your character needs to say. For video settings, we've got width and height, pretty standard stuff for defining your output. Sampling steps? I keep it at 25 because I'm using a two-stage sampling process. Now here's the fun part, the text-to-speech input. This is where we generate the audio output in this node group. I've tried two methods here. One is voice cloning. For that, you'd load an audio file, like this demo voice I have, which is about 10 to 12 seconds long. I use my previously created custom node, the Hartmüller Lyrics Transcriptor, to transcribe that audio into text. The same concept applies here. I need that transcript text to serve as the reference audio text for the voice clone prompt in the custom nodes. Because with Qwen 3 TTS, when you do voice cloning, you input both the reference audio and the transcript of that reference audio, and that gives you much better pronunciation in your output audio. So that's how I've connected the voice clone section, reference audio plus reference transcript. A lot of people have asked me before, how can we add more emotion to voice cloning? Well, there's no direct way through voice clone for audio generate, but the trick is in how you write your transcript. You can use punctuation like semicolons, commas, question marks, exclamation points, things like that to emphasize how the voice should speak. That said, it's not ideal if you're aiming for really expressive emotional delivery. Voice cloning is more of a quick way to generate a similar sounding voice to say whatever's in your transcript. So I've kind of set this up as a demo prototype off to the side, but personally, I prefer using voice design when possible. Then have a batch of audio and bring it to train your own custom voice. With voice design, you provide your own transcript plus voice instructions. You can define the character's background, speech style, tone, everything. And as you can see here, that's really effective. You might not get a consistent voice. If you change seed numbers or other parameters, you could end up with a completely different voice. So the best approach is to create a custom voice using Qwen 3 TTS's dedicated speaker feature. By selecting a specific speaker, you get the exact voice you want, consistently. These custom nodes don't include a trainer yet, but in future videos, I'll talk about how to train your own dedicated speaker in Qwen 3 TTS. Once you do that, you can use your custom voice here. And as you can see, there's a style instruction field, so you can include the same kind of character background, pronunciation notes, and emotional cues you'd use in voice design. That way, you get both consistency and expressiveness. For example, if you train another character named Peter, you can import that speaker into Qwen 3 TTS and just select Peter from this drop-down menu. Then you'll have a consistent voice for Peter across different speech lines, and you can still add your own instructions to shape the emotion. That's definitely the next thing I'm going to explore. There's so much we can play around with. All right, let's test this out. I've prepared all the input data, and I'm using a green node group here just to visually highlight the input area. The blue highlighted groups? Those are for operations. You don't need to touch anything inside them. The visual sampler here is pretty simple. Just LTX image to video sampling, but I like to use a two-stage sampler just like before. And yes, there's also a custom audio input option, just like I explained in the previous video. So let's run this and see how it looks. When I click Run, the first thing that happens is audio generation in Qwen 3 TTS. Once that finishes, you'll get the audio file for your character's speech line. Then it loads the image and text prompts and starts generating the video. Here's the generated result. As you can see, the character talks naturally. Most people call this lip syncing, but I'd say it's really the integration of audio with video in LTX. It's similar to what I showed in a previous video, using a rapper or a singer to integrate music audio with a character. Now here's a quick tip for your prompts. Watch out for double quotes in your transcript. Since the transcript gets inserted into your main prompt, if your prompt enhancer or language model adds extra double quotes, like this, it can mess up the entire text prompt, especially the part focused on the character's speech. I've found that when this happens, the character often won't move their mouth or appear to talk at all. There's just audio playing in the background.
Why did the young lady join a book club? To meet cute guys, and then spend the meetings explaining why the book was problematic.
That's just one of those trial and error lessons I've learned with this AI model. Coming up, we're going to explore a new AI image model and see how it performs. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.
Hey, how's doing? This is a demo for LTX2 with Qwen 3 text-to-speech. Have a nice day.